Hello and welcome to Spy Money. We are doing live streaming. Wait till a few people get on here. I have been driving all night. I left about 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's see here. Left about 1 o'clock in the morning just to get home. I buy houses for cash, and then I owner finance them out. And I buy all over the country. And lately I've been buying in Ohio. So I had to go up there and close on that. My wife, mom passed away, so had a funeral for that as well. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm pulling up ES, and bear with me because I have been driving all night, so I haven't got a chance to look at the market. I was watching it as I drove, and so we'll just have to kind of wing it a little bit. So sorry about that. Let's see here. I'm trying to get the chat up, make sure I don't miss anything. If you got anything you want called out or talk about or anything, put it in the chat, and then I'll try to catch it so we can call it out. I'm going to go ahead and start on ES where I always do. And this is on a 1 hour chart. We're going to change this back to a 5 minute and see what happened last night. So we closed yesterday right on through here. So probably around 20, I don't know the exact, but probably around 22.16 or so is where we closed yesterday. It's at 4 o'clock. Now closing with the market, we actually closed because the futures closed at 5 o'clock, so we closed around 22.18, and it jumped up after it opened at 6 o'clock, and then it has rallied ever since. And it looks like we're on a small range. We ended up hitting a halt because it went up so far. It halted, and then after the halt, it dropped down, come up, hit a halt again, dropped down, come up, and now we're at a halt again. So what it is right now we can't get over this particular spot. And there it just opened up. If we put this on to 1 minute where we can actually see what's going on, it halted right there for a couple minutes and then popped back down. So it looks like we're actually holding that. So once it actually gets opened up and rolling, then we should be able to, hopefully take off on further. Let's back this up and look where we are. Our horizontal support, looking 23.77. So we really need to break this, and we've got our 180 coming down. So if we can break that and hold, then we'll probably continue. At that point, we need to break this one, which is the 3-week bottom trend. So if we go back and look at that, that's that ascending broadening wedge. So we're going to try to actually see, we're over that. So there, that would be, let me go back and look. Again, sorry, I've been away. If we go back, okay, there's the top one, here's the bottom one. So we're looking 25.32. We really need to get above at 25.32 in order for me to say that we're out of the weather on this one. So if we can get over this line, which has been a support and a resistance, if we can get over this one and hold, which would be around 23.77, I feel that we're probably in doing pretty good. There's a good chance this is still come on down. My other trend, and I don't know if it's on here, was 21.50. It's not on here, but 21.50 is what I was looking for, and we actually hit 21.74. So the 21.50 area, it's on another computer that I was using while out of town, so I don't have it with me, but 21.50 is what I thought we were actually going to bounce off from, but we actually bounced on 21.74. There's a good chance this might come down, but we're on the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour we have been holding over this 15 really well. So I would say that we're going to continue to going up. The 15's crossed the 50 as well. We've been staying around the top between the top VWAP and the 15, and we're staying above the VWAP as well. So with staying above this dotted line, which is VWAP, and this is a 1 hour chart, so this is even stronger. And if we go back and look at a 4 hour chart, just out of curiosity, see what it looks like. The 4-hour chart, of course, is staying above the VWAP because it doesn't matter what time frame you have, you'll stay above. But we go back and look, and if we took this one, and if we brought this one on down just to see where it would actually come out. So we're actually above this trend line here. So I feel real comfortable if we can stay above this and then get above this resistance line here at 23.79, then I'd feel pretty comfortable that we're going to probably see the reversal. I thought we might not see the reversal until next week because last Thursday Trump said that they had a new drug out, and I don't know if it was a cure or vaccine. They were kind of vague about it, but if it's a vaccine, that'd be even better. But actually, I guess a cure would be better because whoever's got it, it would cure them. But they said that they're working on one that is United States made. It's not one that all the other companies are using. So it's not that hydro, I don't know how to say it, and the Z-Pack. There's 2 pills you take together, and it actually gets rid of it if you have it right now, if you get it in time. That's what they're using in France. They use it in China. I'm not sure about the other countries, but I do know that there's been, I think some people in the United States, as a matter of fact, I know it is, United States have used that as well, and they've actually left the hospital and fine with no more CV. So he said that takes 14 days. I'm assuming that they started sometime last week. So this week would be 7 days. I don't know if it was Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but Thursday he announced it. And I'm assuming it was a couple of days before that. So we're looking at next week probably before we get the end result, if that's going to work or not. Once we get that, I think that we're on the rage. Right now, we actually did the same little movement right here, and now we're in that same movement. So if we actually brought another trend line, and we tied it into here, and if we brought this down and just kind of tapped onto that one, now we're going to leave this one a different color. We're going to change this one to, we'll say green for go. So if we cross that and keep going, then I would feel pretty comfortable we're going to keep on going with it. Now, this is a 4-hour chart, so we're looking not necessarily today, but maybe tomorrow. So we got 4 hours, and we got 4 hours there, which started at yesterday. So now this one started probably around 8 or 9 this morning, I'm guessing. So that would put us about noon. So if we can get, probably by the end of the day, if we can get up in here, that would be great. There's a good chance this will just keep on going. But where we actually come through and hit the top VWAP, this gray line, since we hit that, we're kind of bouncing away from it. So we might actually come back down. Don't know where, but we might actually come down off of that. So let's go back to a 15-minute chart and see what it's doing. And it's staying along this halt line right now. So if we put a resistance line there, so we can actually see where we're going. So if it comes over and just keeps on consolidating over, eventually, over time, that will allow this to go on up. So we'll just have to see where that goes. So again, apologize for the not being that prepared with it, but because I'm just looking at this chart. I've been driving all night. Yeah, if we go to gold, I'm actually shocked about gold. I've actually got puts on gold, and gold will typically sell off when the market starts raging. So this has got me a little confused. I don't know why we actually went up this far. I don't even know what we hit, that yellow line. Yeah, that's what I thought. We hit the top pennant again. So I'm hoping that this will go ahead and sell off. And that would help me, and I know some other people that's got gold puts. Usually you don't go up and hit it. We've actually hit it 4 times now. And I'm hoping that that will actually sell off. That'll be good for me. Maybe not for some of you, but for me it would be good. And if we go back here, so we've got 3 hits right there. Usually on 3, it'll actually go. A double top, it'll usually sell off. A 3, it'll sell off as well. So this is kind of like a W here, or an M. And with an M, it'll actually sell off, but usually it'll keep on going. So this is the start of something else. Is it the start of another M? Is it the start of a rally? Or is it the start of a drop? I don't know yet. It looks like we actually touched, and now we're coming back down through. And if we go to a 15-minute, then it looks like we're coming down. This could actually be a bull flag, and hopefully for me it's not. But if you look at, actually let's do a channel. if you look at a bull flag, it will look like this right here. And then if you have the, actually you could bring this on down to here. And if we change that with the purple so we know what we're looking at, the same one. So there is a chance that this is a bull flag. And if it is, it will rally on up. It's not necessarily a bull flag. It would have to go through here quite a bit. If it comes down into here, and then it probably will take off. There's a good chance it would drop out. So when you're looking at your chart, like the MACD is showing that it's probably coming down, but again, that's a 15-minute. If we go to a 1 hour, 1 hour is usually more consistent. You can see it touched there, touched here, and you know it's actually going up and touching right there. We need it to drop below 1650 and keep on going on this next drop in order for it to drop out of that pattern. It would have to be below the VWAP, below this 15, and just kind of keep on going. So we're looking at 1589 hopefully. So if this does continue to start dropping off, then I will probably get in more puts and average down and go ahead and ride this down. Looks like right here on the MACD, we're actually trying to curl over. The RSI is way over. This is a 1 hour chart, which is usually pretty accurate. And then we've got the 4 hour is way over bought. So, and we're actually starting the red line coming down here as far as the red candle. So it may keep on going. If we break this top trend, the pennant, which is roughly 1688 or so, then it could keep on going. And if we go look at the daily to see what we're doing there, you can see right here is where I was going. The 1381 was the next stop, and it actually came there and then reversed back up. So my plan for it is then the 1250 to 1300, somewhere on through here. That's where I think it'll actually go. But when we look at the daily, we've got three, I call them white soldiers, 3 white soldiers there. They could easily reverse back down and come down. It could easily keep on going. So we'll just have to play this one by ear. Again, I haven't really been that focused over the last few days on it. If we go to crude oil took off, and we had this type of bear flag here. So, and it actually dropped out and come down, but now we're starting to come up. It looks like it's running with the market. So if the market continues to go up, I expect oil to keep on going. And as you can see there, this is the 1 hour. If we go to a 15-minute, it looks like we're trying. It looks like a little pullback and then go. If we go, if we could draw a line. See, these right here are actually gone now, so they're not in place. We're going to take those out. And then if we look back at a 1 hour, see, there's no flag there. This is more of a possible channel here. So we could actually go to a channel, and we could even come back to here. That's where it's trying to pick up. Right about there. And then we're going to take this on over, straight across. And then we're going to come down to here. So that's kind of the channel. It actually started right on the top here, and then we actually hit it right there, and then we come down to there, and this one almost hit. We could probably raise this one up a little bit to touch there, and if we raise this up to where those two touch, and this one is actually protruding through a little bit, which is fine. It's a matter that it popped back up. It had a lot of buyers there. So if we come into it, you can see these two here hitting. You can see that one. Now it looks like this is probably going to go on up here. We would need to break the 2851 for the crude oil, in my eyes, to go ahead and continue up. So, and it's in a W pattern here too. So it looks like to me that this is probably going to take off. With this W as a winner, is what I call it. W for a winner. But it could easily come on back down. We've got this trend right here, and so we've got that one, this one, we've got this one touching. This one didn't make it all the way up, but it is starting to come up. It could actually hit. We would have to break through this, which is probably going to be the 2594. If we break through this trend here, then I feel pretty comfortable that it's probably going to keep on going. So we'll have to wait and see what happens today. If we go to NG, NG is a disappointment for me. I didn't think it would drop down in here. But it's actually coming up. I would like to see this get back up to this top channel, the 199. If we can get back up there, that'd be great. This is now, this pattern here is no longer in existence. This trend could still possibly be there. So we're going to go ahead and move this back over. And we're going to leave it right on the bottom of these two. This one looks like it was trying to touch, and then we actually bounced there. So I'm going to extend this out. If we break past the top one, which is 169, roughly 170, then if we break over that, then I think we'll go ahead and continue because we've got our 180 there. So I'm looking to possibly go ahead and break over that. So that's NG. In the long run, I'm looking at NG to actually come up and touch this area up here, which is the 287. That's where I'd like to see it go. The way it keeps on coming down, though, there's a chance it may not make it straight there. It may actually come right on over and hit over in here, or even to right here. So this would put it around May 3rd of let me look here. Yeah, May 3rd next spring, so a year from now. There's a chance that this may just go ahead and continue to go to there. So, but again, we go back and look at this top trend. We've been following it. So we could stay on this trend here and not off of that top one. And this is a descending wedge, so the ultimate end result would be probably this to sell off. And I was actually thinking that where it come down, it might be selling off here, and it still could. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It did come back across the top, so I think this is just part of the market selling off of the coronavirus. So I would think that this will probably come up and then start going up. We do have an oversupply of natural gas, though, which is not good for the holders of natural gas. This one, NG, it runs the same as ES. We are actually breaking this pivot here, or not pivot, but fib line, the 73.26. If we can stay above that, we are staying above the VWAP, so that's all good. This is a 1 hour chart, and it's actually looking really good. I mean, I hope that we continue just a good, steady incline. That's what I hope. If we go down to VIX, it should be selling off. Yeah, it sold off way down here. It actually almost hit the 35.71.618 fib. So let's go back and look at say a 5 minute, see what happened. So that was just one big old candle, and if we look at a 1 minute, let's see here. Yeah, that was just a 1 minute. So that's just a sell off of a market buyer or market maker. So they're probably testing to see where it is, and this actually halted itself. So the VIX did. So the VIX is selling off with it. We have a good strong downward channel here. So if we look here and we come back down to here, and then let's see, I can go with that one right there. So we picked up this candle, then it bounced off the top of it, then we stopped right there on this body. So get a little closer, stopped on top, on the bottom. This one hit the bottom, bounced off the top, and then this one down here bounced off from it, and this one blew right on through and then come up. So there's a good chance this will just sell off today. By looking at this, and this stayed, let's see if we go back to a weekly and find out what that is there. I think that is just a trend line I've drawn. Yeah, we'll get rid of that trend line. It means nothing. This one means nothing. That's old. So if we go back to a 5 minute, or not a 5, but go back to a 1 hour. If we go back to the 1 hour, we can see this is just channeling down. I'd like to see just a big old sell off here and just keep on going. If this sells off real hard like it did on this candle, then that means the market is going to go up, and then we would rage. So that's what I'd really like to see. We are dropping below this 180 right now on the 1 hour. The 15 is getting ready to cross it. That's all good news for this selling off. I had puts on it myself. I know a bunch of you do. I have some expire April 1st. I'd like for this to drop down to get rid of those without losing anything on it. I don't have too much on it, but I do have some on it. The main thing would be my April 24th. So I'd like to, I've got plenty of time for that to go down. I'm still looking in the 14-15 range. That's my goal for that to go. That's where my money would be. And so my plan has not changed. The next one would be the 35.71, and we could easily hit that today. We almost hit it today already. We actually went down to 36.25, so we were 50 cents away from it. So, and that fib, being right there is just a guideline. It is not exact. So if you look at this one, we come really close to it. You don't have to hit it. But so in my opinion, and that's why I always put my sales before the fib. Like on a put coming down, I put my sales rolling through here. I don't actually set them right here because sometimes you won't hit, just like this one never. Now the buyers push that thing back up, but we're actually coming down below. So if you look at this body here, so we go to 15. If we go to the 15-minute, we are actually below where that is, where it pushed up. So that's a sign that we're still coming down, and we're below this 15, that purple line. We're below the 15, so that's still a continued sell-off. So I believe that we're going to continue down. The 15's already crossed the 50, and we're getting ready to, and we're actually below the 180 here, which is the green line, this curved one. That's your 180. Where everything's below that, so that's a good sign we're coming down. And if we go to the 1 hour, which is a better indication of longer term, the candles are below the 180, 15 getting ready to cross. It'll cross today, so that's a good sign it's coming down, which means the market will probably go up. We'll look at American Airlines. What a rally. Let's look at the 15 on that. It went all the way up to 12.30. So that is a really good rally. So all my calls that I've been buying on this are going to pay off today. I'm not sure where I am on that. Of course, it's hard to say because you can't check it after hours. Everybody always asks me, well, how much is it worth now? Well, you can't tell. You got to wait for the market to open and go from there. Yesterday at close, I was down 66%. So, with this little increase right here, the premiums are probably going to get jacked and start going up because everybody's going to be buying calls now because everybody thinks the bottom's hit. So when those premiums go up, I'll actually be in profit probably when this opens. And so buying where I did will actually be profitable, even though I'm in the red right now. They'll be profitable today and actually be more profit than if someone bought them today, more than likely. That's why I've been buying for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We've got Apple. Apple's starting to take off, and it's actually increasing right now. You can see it actually moving up. This is live. So this had a little pullback there, but it's still going up. There's a good resistance right here at 236.37. We need to cross this up here, which is roughly 238.92. We need to get above that fib. And if we can get above that fib, then we're looking at 283.42 would be my target for it. And so if we can get up to there, that would be great. And I know a lot of people have some Apple stock and calls, so that would actually help you out. So I'm bullish on Apple, bullish on American Airlines too. We got AMD. Look at that, man, that's great. It busted out of this. It's actually a descending triangle and actually took off out of it. I've been saying the 51.13 is where we're going. We may hit that today. If the market continues to rally, there's no doubt in my mind we'll hit that. So if you have AMD calls from where I bought, you're going to be smelling like a rose on it. So if we go, I have to go back to a 1 hour. So if we go back to 1 hour, I have been buying since right on through here. So I've consolidated a lot. But this little push is going to take care of all that consolidation and be up. So that'll put you money ahead. So I'm bullish on AMD. I'm long bullish too. So you can buy as long as you want. I think you're going to be fine. Amazon, oh man, what a dream. I was up right here $6,000. That was last Thursday. And I held it. I didn't sell it. And right now, I will actually be up more money than what I was there when the market opens. So I'm going to be between 6,000 and 7,000 when we open. And I'm gonna hold it. I'm not selling. And you can see this is actually still climbing. It's pre-market. We are what 12 minutes, 12, 13 minutes away from opening right now. Go to Boeing. Boeing is yesterday I was at $15,000. I think it was right here. Right there, I was at $15,000 on it. I'm not sure the numbers were right or not. I don't think they were. But hopefully they were right, because if they were, then I'm going to be up a lot more here. I'm long Boeing. I'm not selling Boeing. I will let that thing run up, and that will pay me six figures on Boeing. We're looking 287.10 is a longer target. Our first one's going to be 188.53, then 237.82, and then 287.10. We're looking probably, I would say probably a week before it hits up there, maybe a little longer. So you got, what is that? From here to there is 35%. So if we go to 70%, would be here. And then 105. So there's 3 days. So we're probably looking about 5-6 days before it can get there, providing that we have a strong rally. I mean, there's a chance we may drop back down, then come back up and keep on going. But I think the market's going to rage pretty good. I think it's all dependent upon the drug for the CB, though. Cat dropped off. It was actually in a bear flag. It actually dropped off, and now it's starting to come up. So I'm long Caterpillar, so that would be good for there. Carnival Cruise Line, we dropped out of this trend, which we put that there because we wasn't really sure if that was right or not. We were just trying to find some pattern. And if we do this one, let's see here, this would actually be more in line. So we got 1, 2, 3, and so this is coming on up, and we're looking probably right here. So you've got these right here, and then you've got that one almost, and then this one's touching there, so that's pretty close. So this may bounce back down today and then head up. We're looking for this 15 to cross that 180. When that 15 crosses that 180, then I think you're long bullish. I'm actually up on Carnival Cruise Line, I think. Yeah, I'm up 94% as of closing. So when this opens up, I'll be up even more. I'm long Carnival. Then you have Clorox. It's just kept on selling off. This may be a bull flag, but it doesn't really look like it's playing the bull flag. I think this is just more of a channel coming down. So I'm going to take that out, because that's actually too long to be a bull flag. And let's see, if we bring this one down to say right there roughly, and then take this one and bring it to right there. Alright, so now we got more candles to play with on it. And we take this one up. I'm going to bring it actually up to, let's see, if I bring it, yeah, I'll leave it right there. Alright, so on this one, we could easily break through this today. So really today is the deciding factor. Are we going to break through the 174.49 on Clorox, or are we going to sell off down here? We're close to this 618 fib, the 167.29. That seems to be holding pretty good support. So today's going to be the deciding factor on Clorox. It could very easily bust out this pennant, and by looking at the MACD and the RSI, everything is kind of pointing that way. And if you go to the 15 is starting to curl up a little bit. The candles are closing above the 15, so that's a good indication that we're probably going to keep on going. Today's the deciding factor. I'm neutral on it right now. And then we have Disney. Minnie didn't get a date with Mickey last week because he lost all of his money on Friday. Let's hope that Mickey can make some money this week. I've got Disney calls, and I'm hoping that it will bounce. It actually went down, hit the 81.26 fib, which is the original plan that we had that was going to go to. It double top, but you can see this is a W for winner chicken dinner. So Mickey might be taking Minnie out for chicken dinner on this one, so we'll see. I'm long bullish on this. Even if it comes down, I'm still long bullish. Disney, you can't go wrong. Then you have Live Nation, LYV. I am long, very bullish on this one. You look how far it's come down. It was up 77.87. It dropped down to 21.70. As soon as the coronavirus is over, you're going to see a lot of people buying. Actually, I did not know this was up there, guys. Sorry. Let me hide that. SPY logo. This is supposed to be much smaller. My fault. Did not even see that up there. Let's see here. This is supposed to be down here. Very sorry, guys. That's been hiding a lot, I'm sure. So I got that down there for you now. But on Live Nation, I think this is actually going to take off and go pretty good. I think there is another. There's two logos showing up. Well, I'll just have to fix that later. I don't know how that happened. Let's see here. Very sorry, guys. If you can see this part, the LYB should be taking off on up through here. I'm long. I'm bullish on it. Let's go to Roku. I'm trying to get this done before the market opens. Roku, we were short all the way down through here. We actually thought this may be a bear flag. It turns out it wasn't. So this one, we're going to take this out completely. And it actually kept on rallying, and then last night it went up. So if you got in down here, then you made a lot of money. If you short did the puts all the way down like we discussed for several weeks, then you made money there and here. This is a V pattern, so this could come up and touch the 115.05, and it could easily be a cup and handle. So we got to watch for that. So right now I'm still long bullish on Roku. This may pull back a little bit. It's getting close to that fib. It may pull back a little. We'll just have to see what happens today. And this may be the cup and handle right here. It may be right there because this is the bottom of, let's go back to it, right here. So this is a very strong support resistance line. And this may bounce right here and come down. So we'll have to watch. So today would be the deciding factor of where we're going to go. I probably wouldn't jump in it right now. I would guess, my guess would be this would be probably sell off today. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And okay, I got rid of the SPY logo down there. And space, long bullish. It's a cult following in my opinion. I have calls in it, so I'm following it. And it looks like we're actually breaking the 180 here, so the candles are above. So I think we will actually be continue long on it. Where will we go? The high was 42.49. For the sake of some of the people I know that have shares in this and didn't sell it off, I hope that it actually goes up and gets up there. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And let's go to SPY. Same as the ES. It's actually a good. The 15's crossing the 50 there. With that 15 crossing the 50 and everything's on the go, this is still going up, still making higher highs and higher lows. So I think we're, I hope we're out of the woodwork. I know a lot of people that's got a lot of money from way up top in calls, and I really hate for them to see them lose that. So let's just hope it continues to go up and we continue to rage. TLT, I am so thankful that I sold right on the bottom tip right here. I just can't believe that I got out right there. And I thought it would keep on going. I was just trying to get out because it was enough money for me. But it actually went up. It touched the 166.66, 382 fib. Let's just hope that this goes on down. There's a chance. I'm not real strong on bonds. This is the first bond I ever traded. I'm learning on it. But this could be a cup and handle and come down here and probably touch the 157.64 and then take off. So we're going to be watching for that. And let's draw a line to see. We could probably sell off there. And then if this goes up, then I'm thinking that we're going to go like this. So let's just see. I'll leave this here and see what happens if it actually does according to what we talked about. But I'm sure that this will probably sell off today. Don't buy puts based on my surety, but I'm pretty sure this would sell off. I would hold off on doing anything here. If it comes down and starts to reverse or something, I would seriously consider getting out of your puts if you're in the green. I'm not real strong on bonds, so we'll have to play this one by ear. Then we go to Tesla. Tesla actually dropped out of what we thought may be a bull flag, and now it's taken off. So this is actually gone now, and Tesla's on the rage as well. As long as the market keeps going, Tesla's going to keep going. I don't think you can go anything wrong with long Tesla. If you can afford the calls on Tesla, say if you can buy January or something like that, or September or later, then I think you're going to be fine on Tesla. You can see this was a perfect bull flag or a bear flag here, and it came down, and this actually broke out. So with it actually breaking out, this is just not a flag to me. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think this is just going to be a rage. Then we have Twitter. Twitter, same way. It's the exact same thing as Tesla's. We're going to take that out because it broke out, and now we're on a new trend. So I would think long on Twitter. I have calls on this one as well. I have calls on Tesla. And we already did VIX. Walmart. Man, I hope Walmart takes off today. It actually broke out of this channel, and since it broke out, I'm hoping, well, look at that. Market must have just opened. No, it's right before market open. Got a few minutes. There it is. So market did open. Let's see what happens to Walmart here. It's live. And I'm hoping that it will actually get up and take off. I would like to see it going up and be in the 132 range if we could get that. So that would be really good for me. I've got calls on Walmart. And if we go back to, let's see, I didn't look at the dollar. Dollar's selling off. That's a good sign that the market's going to rally. We do have this. We'll take this on over. All right, so we did bounce there. Let's hope we continue to come down. If we do, that's a good sign for the market going up. Dow Jones didn't go over that one. It's sold off, but it did open up here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. It gapped up severely. And if we go back to ES, we actually gapped up over top of our resistance line here, so that's good. So we're doing well there. If we put that on a 1 minute, it looks like we're just going to keep on raging. This is great, guys. And we put that on a 15 minute. We're staying above. I was hoping we would gap up over top of that at opening. So that's a good sign. We need to break this channel right here, or trend, not channel. If we can break this one and get over the 23.79, then I think we're going to be good. And that should be it. I'm going to go ahead and call it in some time. I need to check my trades and get involved with the market right now. I usually don't trade for about 15 minutes after opening. So be patient. Wait on your options to settle out. If you got anything green that you've been wanting to try to get rid of, go ahead and sell it. If you don't, just hold it. I'm probably going to hold most of my stuff. So anyway, that is the end of it, and I will see you guys later today. I appreciate you guys showing up, and be sure and check our Discord group and our Facebook page, and we'll hopefully see you in the group. Thanks, and have a great day.